Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Rick. And thanks for coming back to my channel. I know it's been a while. We've been pretty busy. We've been in transition of moving, actually building a house here in South Carolina. And there's going to be a bunch of videos that are going to follow that. All kinds of different things that are going to be installed in this house. I'm going to do reviews and I'm going to show products like digital fireplaces, electric digital fireplaces, electric tankless hot water system that people aren't really used to. In this area, they're all mostly gas set up, and I'm going to try something out. I'm going to be the guinea pig for the area. I'm going to do an electric one. We'll do a review on that. Numerous different things, some fans, all kinds of stuff. It's going to be like a new farmhouse type build, and I'm going to showcase a lot of stuff. So if you haven't already done so, do me a favor, go ahead and click that bell icon or that subscription that's down there in the right hand corner to subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. And also go to the YouTube channel, give me a thumbs up. It lets YouTube know that you like my channel, and they'll rank us up a little bit higher on the view count, and they'll feature our videos a little bit more. All right, so let's get to this. I did have an all-in-one printer before. There was a Canon Pixma, and I think I bought that thing about maybe 6 years ago, and believe it or not, it was like 80 bucks. But the difference with those was you had to buy the separate ink cartridges for it, and they get pretty expensive, especially today. You're looking at 45 bucks probably a cartridge. If you try to refill them, I did that in the past, and man, you spill your ink, you get it all over your hands. Even wearing gloves, that stuff seems to want to walk everywhere, and sometimes it leaks into the machine. And they have these what they call ink blotters in there. Every time you clean your inks, when you're doing an ink cycle, it fills up this sponge, and that thing gets saturated. Sooner or later, you're going to end up swapping that machine out. It's a throwaway item. I hate to say it, a consumable throwaway, and that really makes you angry. So that's what happened to mine. I just kept changing cartridges because we were in the middle of the move, and we had sold a home, and a lot of paperwork involved in that. I'm sure you understand if you've done anything like that, or even rental agreements and things like that we had to keep printing out, and it was a bit of a mess, so it burned that thing up. So I decided to go ahead and purchase a new one. Now, I've been looking at a lot of reviews online, and these newer, like large MegaTank systems, they call them, are the new rage, and this is a smaller version of it, I guess. Not smaller version, but it's a, I guess, less featured model, shall we say. And I just wanted to try out the ink system and see if it was all the rage or not, or if it's just hyped up. What it has is it has its own like reservoir with an ink tank system, but plus you also have a larger tank for your black. Now, the theory behind this is when you run out, you just get these replacement inks and you just pour them into the tanks. Now, this says it's going to get 6,000 times 3 pages. It's going to print out just in black, and this is 7,700 pages in color. That needs to be seen. We'll have to see, but these are the tanks here. So you have your individual tanks there, and then you have your black over on there, which you really can't see in the design here. This is, like I said, an all-in-one. The other all-in-one I had fax capability, but my word, fax these days, it's kind of a dying technology, I hate to say. You can go online, there's a lot of fax services you can subscribe to, or you can even have some free services, I believe, that are online. But, you know, when you've got voice over internet protocol, VoIP, sometimes they're not compatible with a fax machine, so I omitted that on this model. That drove it down a little bit more in price, which was good. These can go all the way up to $300–400, and this one was below $200 from Amazon, shipped right to the door. This is the Pixma G2260. And this will print, copy, scan, so it is an all-in-one. Let's just kind of go around the box here a little bit. Not much to it. Show you what it is. And this also isn't a wireless model either. I didn't want to fool with the wireless. I just want to be plug and play. I have Windows 10, and I'm sure Windows 10 will recognize the plug and play with the once you install the Canon software, it will probably recognize it, and it'll install all your needed software that you need, as well as the updates for it and the drivers to make it operate. So I'm figuring this is going to be the easiest way for me. I have enough Wi-Fi capable appliances and everything else that's going in this house, and I don't need another Wi-Fi device that's going to be stealing my resources. Even though I probably will be wired on a lot of stuff with like Cat5 cable and RG6 cable, I didn't really want my printer to be set up on the Wi-Fi, so I'd rather just have plug and play and I'm good to go, less headaches. Hopefully, that's my theory behind that, but we'll see. So I'm not going to go into detail on unboxing this and all that kind of stuff, because there's enough videos out there on the internet, I'm sure, on these models. They're all particularly around the same, but I'm going to give you my pros and cons of it once it's up and running. I'll let you know how it was to set it up. That's going to save us some video time, and we'll see exactly whether I like this or I don't like it. So sometimes I will come back on my reviews if I find something that might be useful for the viewer. One thing that was kind of cool, they did throw in the power cord. A lot of times I've seen reviews where sometimes the manufacturer doesn't put the power cord in there and then you're scrambling trying to find one. This one was included. And here's the inks I was talking about in the beginning, which is magenta, yellow, and cyan. Now these are actually cartridges that come with it. These are one-time purchased, I believe. You don't have to keep purchasing them because they have basically the print heads already in here. The reason why you have replacement cartridges in a lot of those other machines, which are cheaper, is because the print head is in there also, but when the ink goes out, you've got to replace the whole thing, the print head and all. This has the print head built in, and once it's installed, hopefully it'll keep it clean and we won't need to buy them again. The other thing that's nice about this package is, here's the black, and usually it just comes with one. They actually throw in two more for that price point, which is pretty good. I mean, under 200 bucks, I think, you know, these are probably $40, $50 worth of ink, especially when you're talking the larger size ones. So that may be an added value, hopefully, once we go ahead and fill up these different tanks here, which are right here. Here's your yellow, your magenta, and your cyan, I guess, right there. And you're going to pop these tops up, and then they will fill up there. Like I said, I'm going to go in major detail. And I believe right here is where the print heads will be installed, under there, and the black is under here. So that's it. Let me go ahead and fill them up, and now I definitely will come back and I'll let you know. Okay, one other thing. Instructions are pretty vague on how to get these print heads in here. There's a little cradle here. You're actually going to press these two buttons on the side here. One here, one there, and it pops right up like that. And then once you take the print heads out of the package, you're taking all the shipping material off of it. They just drop right in these little slots, like this. Pretty self-explanatory. Says C and B, can't mess that up, but just trying to get to it was a little weird. And then once you set this down, then you have these little buttons on the top, you push them down, and they lock in the print head also. And that's it. To get them out real easy, you have little tabs here, you pop it there and pop it there, it'll disengage, and then you press that little latch there, and the whole thing pops up. Filling these up is pretty cool. You just pop these tops up here, stick your bottle in there like that, it drains down in there, fills your tank up, and you're good to go. No muss, no fuss. Well, I just had to show you all this. I mean, this can't be any easier to fill your tanks up on your printer, or fill your printer ink up. They've made it pretty self-explanatory. Everything's labeled. You got the C bottle here, it goes into C, and then you have M and Y, like I said before. This just pops off like this. And it's got these little integrated notches in there, and every one of these ink containers have their own notch for where they go, so you can't mess it up. They've kind of dummy-proofed it, so to say. And you want to go slow with this because this is now open once you take that bottle off there. Like I said, this is the C here, and it's going to go in the C slot right there after I pop the little topper off. And you just stand it right up, make sure it's over like that, and that's it. You can see the ink level starting to actually fill up here. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than that. Now, you probably have to be careful once you take the bottles off to make sure you don't get any ink on yourself, because it probably still can be dripping. So get a towel or something. But man, I wanted to show everybody that. That's great. Now, whether it has good printing ability and the DPI and the clarity of the print itself, well, that's going to show later once we start printing some stuff off. But that, I couldn't get over how easy it was to do that. Alright, so conclusion on this printer. We've used it for about a month now, and we've done various projects with it. This is actually kind of like photo printing. Just basic, and this is what we printed out. It's not bad. I mean, glossy paper would probably be a lot better, but it's actually a decent printer. And then being able to change the ink tanks out like that, that's pretty cool. So in my opinion, it's a good buy. If you don't like this one, you want to go a little higher on with the models with more features. It's up to you. You're going to go up in price, but for us right now, this is actually going to work for just a small home office type of environment. This will work out great. Okay, so here's the print quality. It's pretty decent. This is the printed version, I guess, for, we'll say, the alphabet versus pictures or anything like that. And it's quite legible. I mean, it's not going to be as good as a printer that's probably, you know, $500–600, but for, you know, an under $200 printer, it's going to be fine for us and hopefully fine for you. Okay, thanks. Hey, thanks a lot for watching. Please subscribe. The subscribe button's down there in the right-hand corner. You never know what video we're going to come up with next. Hit the bell icon. It notifies you immediately Give us a thumbs up, a like, and let YouTube know that you like our videos, and hope everybody's doing okay. Sorry for the dry spell for videos, but we're in the middle of a move, and we're trying to get some other videos up. And we will when we get to our new modern farmhouse. Take care.